The third story is understanding the complexity and the interconnectedness of life. And this is, I'm just gonna have to it's a play, I call it a play. And I've done it at churches, and I've done it for colleges and in classrooms and in front of audiences all over the place. But it's basically, I call it island economics. And I wish I had some little kids here, because it's always fun to do with kids. But in island economics, you basically what we do is we have, I call 3 people from the audience, and one comes up and says, and we all stand on an island, so we're all together on an island, and reads a card and says, I am the farmer. I am the most important person on this island because I make it so that my people can eat. And the next person comes up, reads the card, and says, I am the builder. I make it so that people have shelter, and that when the tsunami comes, they don't die. You can imagine how kids embellish. And when the rains come, they don't get wet and get the flu and die, and blah, 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 blah. And so I'm the most important person ever, more important than that person. And then the next person reads the card and says, I am the healer. I help make it so that if somebody gets sick, that they're okay. I make them healthy. And then with the kids, I say, which one of you is more important? And they all say, well, I'm the reason they realize that they're all important, and all equally important. And then I call a 4th person in to the island, and that person reads a card and says, I am Aristotle, I am Socrates, I am Jesus, I am Buddha, I am Mahatma Gandhi, I am Colbert, I am Michael Jackson, I am Bono, I am the best comedians that you know, blah, 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 blah. And I entertain my people, and I add meaning and context to life. And I make it so that the element of making it so that there's harmony. I'm the philosopher, wise person that comes and makes it important. And then that nature is very, very important. The artist nature that we have to have in systems. That economy would work really well, those 4 people would work really well together and have a great life. What's really hard is there's 6 billion of us. So there's there's millions of builders, there's millions of healthcare professionals, there's millions of people working in the food industry, there's millions of people helping to entertain us and help add context to our lives. And so it's very easy for us to feel isolated or alone or not part of that whole system. And, but we all are part of that system, whether we like it or not. And the most important thing is are we intentionally giving service? Are we doing something with that? If we're unemployed, are we out there helping so that we're out and about? And realizing that nobody is more important than anyone else in that system. We're all super important in that system. And that's the 3rd story. And I think with those 2 stories, you can have a great understanding of how the economic systems work. But it gets complex, and so we can start feeling isolated. But we all are really important in that system.